Welcome back to the Better Than Yesterday podcast, where we focus on information, motivation, and realness. 5 topics. It is Monday, March 16, 2020, episode 147. Okay, so we got a lot going on. This is going to be a packed show. Lot to discuss. Just had a crazy weekend. So first topic. God believes in planning. Please have a plan. Okay, so now we're in a situation here where planning kind of got thrown out the window here. I gotta admit to y'all, before some things happened over the weekend, I set these topics up, so now it's like, trying to understand. I still wanted to do the topic so we can kind of, right now we're in a situation where everybody needs to come up with a solid plan. We got like a national emergency situation going on. A lot of things, people's jobs are affected. Like, we're going to discuss this with all topics today. So planning, God believes in planning. And the whole point of this topic was to say, stop winging everything. But in this point, people have been forced in situations where their plans and their normal things have been thrown out the window. So I can admit this topic was before the weekend occurred. And I just want everybody to understand that, like, we all in this together. So let's come up with some solid plans, man. Especially a lot of people affected within the next 2 weeks here. Keep people affected with their kids been out of school. Like, do the best planning you could do with the circumstances. And remember, like, everybody's affected by it. So can nobody be feeling like they need to stand out? I say most people, the working class mostly, I can see it affect even people at the top, because their businesses are shut down, things like that. Topic 2. Right now, I want you to start reassessing some things when it comes to, are you settling in your relationship? This is a little bit of Dr. Patton. Y'all remember Dr. Patton, my moniker, where, I was giving advice for a relationship. And I noticed some things, man. I've been noticing some things lately. People are settling in their relationships. They're with a person that's not reciprocating the same love that they're pushing out. I saw many different examples of this recently, and I just felt like I needed to say something about it. Because again, if you're giving out all this love and and the person's not reciprocating the same love that you're getting, that kind of sucks. You see what I'm saying? That's really terrible. You know what I mean? And I want you to reassess your situation, especially now. It's going to be a lot of downtime and people thinking about what's going on with, the state of our country and the state of the world right now. So you want somebody to be with you that you'll be with through anything. I'm a lucky man myself. Like, I got someone who, we discussed a lot of things. We talked about planning and everything yesterday. We got a lot of things going up, as far as in our businesses and how we're going to take care of ourselves while things are a little crazy right now. So that, you want to be with a person that has all those details, but you also want to be with a person that can give you everything else. You need emotional comfort. A lot of people are lacking that. Topic 3. It's a fine line between help and manipulation. Now, again, this topic was before everything went down over the weekend, but I find it disgusting that people will use time periods like this to get over and manipulate people. There's some good people. There's givers and there's users, in my opinion. And these givers out here, man, they're gonna give you the shirt off their back to help you out. But it's also people who manipulate to get what they want nonstop. Like, I'm a helper. I don't mind helping. I always say 50-50 is beyond me. Like, I can do 60-40. I can do sometimes 70-30 with people. But when it starts to get 80-20, I just feel too used. Because again, I get a strong feeling out of giving. So just be careful. There's a fine line between helping and being manipulated is what I'm trying to say. So be careful when you're helping and looking out for others. Again, it has to be a situation where you give and take. So just be careful. Topic 4. Okay, we're going to jump into sports a little bit on this. And now it's for a lot of industries. Billionaire owners, far as in sports teams, whatever the business is. I just feel like if you can help, I take that back. You're a billionaire owner. You can help, especially these sports teams. All these people, the 9-to-5 people who have lost money now, their second jobs. And I'm understanding that because now, I'm dealing with that myself. We're going to talk about that in the next topic. But All those people working in those arenas, they used to get this type of money around the time of the year. They taking care of their things. Things about that part of their plan. There's been no time period in my life where all sports were down. You see what I'm saying? Like all sports were down at the same time. I mean, we watching reruns and stuff like that. So I just think these billionaire owners need to all. I hear about some of them. A big shout out to Mark Cuban. He was the first to bring it to the fray. And again, that guy will continue to be blessed because he thinks about more than himself. You know what I mean? He might not be worth 50 billion. I think he's in there. He's still worth billion. I'm talking about like 5-6 billion. So billions is billions. So he said he reached out to see what it's going to cost while they're out, because the NBA is out for a month. What's it going to cost to pay the hourly employees? And they're putting a plan in place. And I think all these owners of these teams need to do that. I saw Zion Williamson said he would give his salary to take care of the arena employees and stuff. All the people that work there, the ushers, the vendors, all that. Like everybody, they're missing money. So I just think all these teams, they need to come together and do that. Any other company whose workers are suffering, look, you create a great environment for your employees and workers. They will be loyal to you forever. You know what I'm saying? That like they're gonna show you, as long as they can work, they're gonna be loyal to you. So if I was a billionaire owner, I'd be like, look, if I gotta take $1 billion of my money and make sure all my people's taken care of while we out, that's just what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Just so they can come back and they love me. You know what I mean? It's not more than just about loving. It's just doing the right thing, and it should make them feel good. You see what I'm saying? Final topic. All right, so this hit home. Illinois, just yesterday, Sunday, that would be the 15th. Around 2 or 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, I received a text, and it was like, hey, I'm sorry to hear, because, I do the bouncing thing, and I actually killed the business, but I still do it. It's still decently part of my income. So I got hit with a text, and it was just simply saying that we were done. I mean, bars and restaurants were shut down. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just worked last night, whatever. I worked Saturday night. So I turned on it. I went through my social media. Did the Google search, and I found out that our governor, J.B. Pritzker, whatever how you say his last name. Honestly, I'm going to be subjective and tell you there's some emotion based behind this. So he shut it down. From what I didn't get to see the actual press conference, but I will say this. A lot of people were saying it was like a situation where he asked us to, slow down. Like a lot of events were canceled the weekend, but bars still made a ton of money. Like I'm telling you, I made really good money on Saturday night. Place was packed. I spoke to a lot of the peers. Their bars were packed. So it was just like, people were like, man, we understand, but we're not going to sit at home and just do nothing. So anyway, the governor shut it down, but all bars and restaurants starting tonight will be shut down for 2 weeks up until the 30th. So I must say that this affects my money. My weekend money is a part of my balance and my finances. So this is a personal topic. For me, though, it's not my main income. So it's a part of it, but it can be. I pretty much worked the plan out in my head on how I'm going to handle this for the next couple of weeks for missing that money. It kind of throws me off a little bit, but it's not major compared to others, man. Like I know, like I got a ton of peers. I got a lot of associates. I got a lot of contacts. I got a lot of friends in this business. And I must say, man, I am like highly upset because that's some of their main income. I know people who are actually out of work no matter what. They both their main jobs, their only jobs. But if they got multiple jobs, depend on bars and restaurants. It's like the one industry that I will say is the most consistent. It might slow down, but it's always coming. You see what I'm saying? It took for a state of emergency for us to get shut down. I don't think the governor thought that through. It does not affect him. He's a billionaire. Actually, I'm going to spend some time this week looking into his investments and what all he did, because I don't think this affects him. Honestly, I'm going to tell y'all. And this was a guy that voted. I'm very upset with the governor about making this decision. I think there will be some things like crime rate will go up, because this is, if you know anything about history and prohibition, crime does go up when jobs are taken away. And now you're not taking away inner city jobs. You're taking away people, multimillionaires, because these bar owners are multimillionaires. You're taking away their money. So just be very mindful of those things. I'm not telling you what I'm hoping to happen. I'm telling you what's going to happen. For 2 weeks, you're taking away people's livelihoods, and people are not just going to sit around and panic. Now, if they're going to stop these bills and they're going to slow that down, that's understandable. You know, if they go, hey, we're going to put a pause on all the bills, blah, blah, blah. You know, on one of my bills, my child care, that needs to stop. That's not going on. There better not be any withdrawals of that in the next week. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if they're stopping things like that, I understand. But if they want to continue as path and just be like, okay, yo, this is it, you just got to figure it out, that's going to cause a problem. Hey, just letting you know. Anyway, thanks for listening to the show. I will be here all week. There will be the video. I want you to share, like, we're talking about some serious things because there's going to be a lot of emotions around this for a lot of people. Again, a lot of people are upset. A lot of things going on, and I need to be on this. A lot of people ask, you know, about the episode, so I will be touching base on all the current stuff. I will be touching base on everything that's going on as best as I can. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Better Than Yesterday podcast. Again, it's Monday, March 16, 2020, episode 147. Hey, y'all still go out there, have a great day, and attack the goals, because they still could be done. A lot of us can, it's just other things we got to do, other goals we got to focus on.